There they are right there, looking smart and spiffy. Max Weinberg and his Max, Weinberg 7. Give him a hand. Thank you, Max. This guy's Andy. How you doing?
I'm very good.
Yeah?
No, I'm better.
Bathtub gin. There's nothing like it.
Yeah.
You got any plans for this weekend? Friday night, weekends here. What are you going to do? Do you know yet?
Maybe just dinner and maybe a movie.
A movie. Thanks for saying that, Andy, because that's probably what a lot of people do on the weekends. All right? And that brings up a good point. I noticed in the paper this morning there's an awful lot of movies out right now, brand new movies, which is a great thing, except that with so many to choose from, it's hard to know which ones are really worth seeing, and that's a problem a lot of Americans have. Which one do you spend that money to go see?
You need a helping hand because they're so pricey these days.
Exactly.
You know? When you're a cheap bastard like me, you want to know how you're going to spend that $8 or
That's right. You do. You want to know, especially. So, anyway, I thought we should help our viewers once again with our regular feature, Conan and Andy on the Aisle. Man, that song gets my adrenaline going. All right, now, Andy, our first cheap bastard, Andy Richter. Our first feature tonight is The Chamber, based on the John Grisham bestseller. It stars Chris O'Donnell as a young lawyer who discovers that the death row inmate he's defending, played by Gene Hackman, is his own grandfather. Now, it sounds pretty far-fetched, but actually, it's a good movie with a lot of strong performances, including one from Faye Dunaway as O'Donnell's aunt, which I thought was pretty interesting.
Well, I really enjoyed her performance. I mean, her acting's okay, but there was something kind of disturbing about her face, don't you think?
You mean all the plastic surgery that she's had? Yeah, it's pretty amazing, and she is so obsessive about it. I've heard she always has a plastic surgeon at her side. Here, folks, take a look at a scene from the movie. You'll see what we're talking about.
Lee, I'm here to defend your father. Look, I understand that.
You understand nothing. Don't you utter one word to anyone.
Lee.
Not one word.
Yeah, I mean, wait till after the scene, maybe.
Yeah, I know. I mean, there was one scene where he took off half her face.
Yeah. No, not appropriate at all. And we should talk about our next film, The First Wives Club. Folks, this is the monster hit starring Goldie Hawn, Bette Midler, and Diane Keaton as three divorced women who join together to get revenge on their creepy ex-husbands.
And excellent performances on all three of them's part. They're great.
Terrific. These are terrific actresses. Yeah, it's a shame, real shame that such a good film had to be marred by some really sloppy editing. Like when the three women toast their decision to work together, and they have that little ceremony with the wedding rings. Now, those insert shots that they put in didn't match at all with the scene. Take a look. You'll see what we're talking about.
I mean, if all the first wives of the world got together, what else do we need?
Just one amazing attorney.
No. All we need is us. Three women who aren't afraid to fight, to stand up for our dignity, for our self-esteem. And then we'll let him have it.
Okay. See this?
What?
Ooh, wait, right here.
What?
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. See this? Put it in there.
They got to get that stuff right. You know? I mean, the goldfish bowl was bad enough. But
but hungry hippos.
Exactly.
Even I noticed that.
Exactly. Takes you right out of the movie and ruins it for you.
It sure does.
It's a real shame. All right, our next film is Bound. Now, folks, this is a modern film noir starring Jennifer Tilly as a gangster's mistress and Gina Gershon as an ex-con. They join forces to steal a fortune in laundered money from Tilly's boyfriend, and they fall in love along the way. It's a very stylish and very erotic movie.
Yeah, it has a dark, brooding feel to it that it was really excellent, except there were a few gimmicks that they threw in that seemed totally out of place.
Yeah, right. Like that one, the ironing scene, you know, where they're ironing the money. That was pretty bad. A weird gimmick that took me right out of the film. Take a look.
Hundreds paper clipped everywhere like leaves. Then one by one, he ironed all of it. All night long, I listened to that sound.
What sound?
The sound of money.
Hey, what are you doing? Hey, no, what are you? Ah! Where did that at? Oh, God, that's it!
What do you know what that's supposed to mean?
I don't either.
How does that help? That's strange.
And the voice they cast is Ben Franklin. I just didn't buy it.
A little too shrill for you?
Yeah, I think he would be a little more sartorial.
Yeah, well, you should have gotten that part.
Thank you.
All right, our next film is That Thing You Do. It's about a fictitious pop group that makes it to the top of the charts in 1964. Tom Hanks wrote and directed it, and it's so fun and bouncy, you can't help but have a good time in this movie. I was just laughing and giggling.
Yeah, I liked it, but some of it was kind of confusing. Like, there was this scene where the band was playing on national television. Remember when they cut back to the drummer's family back in Ohio watching at home?
Oh, yeah. What was all that channel changing about? It seemed really weird. Take a look. Ooh.
Ready on two there, Ray.
Two's online. Go. Ready, 4.
Cookie dough goes at once to the ovens below.
One easy-to-please family.
Yeah.
Very odd. Now, our next film is Extreme Measures. It's starring Hugh Grant. He's a doctor in a New York City hospital who suspects that fellow doc, Gene Hackman, may be conducting some unethical medical experiments. It's an interesting premise, but unfortunately, the movie never really gets off the ground.
Well, I think we have Elizabeth Hurley to thank for that.
Yeah, right. Of course, you know, she's Hugh Grant's longtime girlfriend. She's also the movie's producer. And I think she's still mad at Hugh for what he did a year ago, and she doesn't want to let people forget about it. Like in the scene where Hugh has been brought before the hospital's disciplinary board. This is pretty amazing and I think uncalled for.
All that in 24 hours. Taking me longer to find a bed for a patient.
We've learned it's best to move fast on these things. This is not the first time something like this has happened.
Is that right? Well, that might explain it a bit then, because obviously, you know, what I'm having trouble with here is trying to understand why it's so easy for all of you to believe that I just threw my life away. Well, that was quick.
Doesn't seem right. Maybe we should move on.
Yeah.
Our last film tonight is The Long Kiss Goodnight, starring Gina Davis as a school teacher with amnesia and Samuel L. Jackson as the private investigator who helps her discover she's actually a ruthless secret agent. And if that sounds implausible, where do you see the action scenes? I mean...
They're totally crazy. I mean, they defy the known laws of physics, especially, like, towards the end of the movie.
Right.
Ah.
Gina Davis and her daughter have been left to freeze to death in the basement of this hotel, while upstairs Samuel L. Jackson is about to be executed by the bad guys. What follows has to be, in my and Annie's opinion, the most unlikely sequence of events in the history of motion pictures. We're stunned. You take a look.
I'm gonna die.
Oh, no, baby. No, you're not gonna die. They are. Cover your ears. Hey, should we get a dog?
Bye, Mitch. Thanks for coming.
I'm speechless.
I just feel bad. We're the only movie review show that shows you the ending of a movie.
In the end, he blows up and the moon spells out the end. We're sorry, it happens. All right, we feel bad about that. All right, well, those are our movie reviews. We hope that these are helpful while you're picking your choices for this weekend's movie fair. We're going to take a little break right now. When we come back, very funny guy, John Lovitz will be with us.